Kia ora, my name is Lucy Summerfield and I'm a third year music student at Massey University. Right now I'm doing a process called comping, which is when you take the best bits of takes and you stick them all together so it sounds like one fluid take. Today what I'm working on is the cello that I recorded. This was recorded about a month ago, and so I'm just piecing all the best bits together using the notes that I took at the time. This piece is for my final project and we have presentations next week, so I'm hoping to be able to show this and be like, this is the work that I've been doing. This piece is going to make up one of 6 tracks in my major project. So my major project is an EP focusing on lessons for your younger self. This is one of the 3 tracks that are pretty much fully recorded, just missing vocals. And then there's another 3 tracks to record which will have arrangements with a string quartet, which I'm very excited to start branching out into more of a classical composition side. And it's exciting knowing that not only is this going towards my university degree and my university credits, but also that this is something that I'm going to be able to put out into the world as part of my career journey. Another one of the things that drew me to this degree was the fact that the tutors have real life industry knowledge and in fact are currently in the industry. And one of the coolest things is being able to sit down and talk with them and be like, hey, how did you end up doing what you're doing? Because what you're doing in your career path is where I want to be. And I've really enjoyed those conversations, being like, how did you end up doing this? How did you end up on this project? What do you wish you had done, or what do you think is really important to do? And being able to take that real world industry knowledge and apply it to my own career so early on. Really lucky in that regard.
Seen as quite a male-dominated area? Like, what's that been like?
Not only is it seen as a male-dominated area, music in general is a male-dominated area. We actually have just had a lecture really recently that basically said all the statistics. Women make up only 40% of the music industry in New Zealand, and kind of the only space where they dominate is vocalists. Only 6% of audio engineers are women in the industry. And those stats are quite rough, but also like I didn't know those coming in, and I turned up and I was doing a music practice major, which I'm still doing, which is around composition and collaboration and kind of unpacking your own art and stitching it back together and figuring out what things really mean to you. But I've also taken a lot of the tech papers to the point where I am able to use a desk like this, where I am able to set up a recording, where I am knowledgeable about which mic should be used on which instruments. And yeah, it is a male-dominated industry, but I think it's important that people coming through realise that that doesn't have to stop you. And it also doesn't mean you kind of have to be like, I have to take this because otherwise I'm like letting women down. No, but it is a really important skill to have. It means you can communicate easier. It means if you're a live artist and you're in a sound check, you can kind of be like, hey, I actually do know what's going on and I do know what I'm talking about. It means you can ask for things using their language in terms of sound engineers. And it just makes you a more robust artist if you have a better understanding of all of the things that go into a recording or go into a live show. And I really love turning up to my tech classes in big, bright pink dresses because I think it's important that you can do anything and you can do it as yourself as well. The advice I would give me if I was back looking at where to apply for universities is I'd say don't take the practice major, because actually, I thought that the only way to be kind of an artist, especially in the Massey University space, was to take that major. But you can totally cross the papers over. And in fact, I've kind of done like the opposite of what I would do if I did it again, which is a practice major taking tech papers, but I kind of wish I was a tech major taking practice papers. But in saying that, like, I don't really have any regrets, because all of the learning that I've gained, all of the things that I've learned about my own art and learned about other people's art as well, have been really valuable, and I can see the way that my music has changed and how it's shaped where I'm heading now. So basically just follow your instincts and you'll figure it out when you get here. Once I leave uni, I'll be really excited to release this project into the world. I'm going to do some kind of like drop releases hopefully, which means that there'll be some new music coming out. Check out Lucy Summerfield on Spotify. But also there's lots of jobs in the industry, but getting to them can be a bit tricky. So I'd really love to work in a recording studio. I think that would be heaps of fun. There's some internships through NZ Music Commission that I'm really interested in applying for, but again, none of it's guaranteed. And I think that's the most tricky thing about pursuing music and pursuing a career in the music industry, is that the path isn't always clear. I always talk about like teachers and lawyers in some ways are where you train to be something and then you go and find a job and you do that. We're here, we're kind of more trained to be in the industry and how to take opportunities, because everyone I talk to in the industry isn't just one thing. They kind of exist and then their skills become their portfolio. So I'm excited to see where all of the things that I've done during my uni time lead, and I'm excited to see like the next opportunities that come up that change the skills I have or change my direction. But I think that's the most tricky thing, is that the path isn't clear, it's not set, and you just kind of have to go with the flow, say yes to things, and see where they lead.